kneel position. If this position is really quite uncomfortable for you, you can place something between your whatever parts of the body these are right here, and that can help alleviate the knees. And if it's the ankles, you can also prop something underneath and see if that helps. Let's take our TheraBand and we're going to kneel on it. So let's place it under our shins. And we'll hold onto the TheraBand at the ends. And we are going to do our reaches that we've been doing the last couple of weeks. So let's notice our ribs are over our pelvis, and just notice if you have this tendency to sort of want to stick the ribs forward, see if you can get them back in line. And we're just going to float one arm up, shoulder blade as a counterweight, and then we'll lower down. If you can't quite get the elbow straight, that's totally fine. Arm is slightly in front of the torso and down. Feel the shoulder blade as a counterweight. And down. And if you're like me and you want to make fists so you don't let go, feel free to do that. We're going to keep going with this just to see if we can get our body to organize to keep ribs over pelvis and shoulder blade as counterweight. Sometimes it takes my body a few rounds to really find it. Good. Let's come in here. Let's open the arms to a low V. Feel the shoulder blades as heavy counterweights. And we're going to angel arm up and angel arm down. Notice the position of the ribs over the pelvis. And shoulder blades as counterweights as we float up. So just adding resistance to this really common movement that we do in class. I'm going to totally take us over time, so I apologize. But I suspect you expect that from me now. Let's do one more. Shoulder blades are heavy. And lowering down. Let's come up into a high kneel. And from here, let's see if we can float one arm up. I actually find this a little bit easier myself. Maybe you guys will have that same experience. We'll lower it down. We'll float the other arm up and lower it down. Floating up and down. Floating up. Let's do one more on each side. Floating up and down. Floating up and down. We're going to add in a lift. So you have two options. You can come through center, and as you come up, we'll do the arm lift. Or if you want, we can do, yes, we can do the lift from the side here. So if you want to do this, you're also welcome to use thingies, so that when we come to the side, you don't have to hit all the way to the ground and you'll just stack that on both sides to help facilitate that. So I'll let you choose. So I will demo with coming down so that anyone who would like to try that can. So we'll come down. We'll see if we can come up without our hands. And then let's use both our hands up for this one, just for fun, because that seems like a fun thing to do. Let's come down and we'll see if we can come down to the other side. We're lengthening a bit through the side here as we do that. Let's see, can we come back up? Shoulder blades as counterweights as we float the arms up. Lowering down, coming onto one hip. We're going to do one more on each side because I know this is a little bit of a coming up. Don't worry about being graceful as we come up and down. Coming down. Good. One more time. Let's see if we can. Come on, buddy. You can do it. Hooray. Coming up. We'll lower the arms down. Let's take the TheraBand out from the knees and come into a high kneel, and let's bring the TheraBand behind our back. I'm going to widen my knees a little bit. From here, we'll start with our elbows in this W shape. And then reaching like arms are slightly to the side of the front of the body, growing tall, 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 tipping to one side. Feel the sternum lift you back up. Bend the elbows in. Inhale here. Exhale, feel the shoulder blades wide on the back. Grow tall, 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 tipping over. Feel the sternum lift you back up. Bending the arms in. Reaching wide, shoulder blades wide on the back. Growing tall, tall, tall. Reaching through that, what knee is that? Left for you, I think. Coming up. Bending in. Widening the arms. Growing tall through the spine. So tall, 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 tipping over, and then reach through that right knee. Sternum is going to lift us back up. And we're going to do one more on each side. Reach, lifting up and over. Let the sternum lift us back up. Through center. Try not to hold your breath. Coming up and over. Lifting up. Bending the elbows in. Let's put the TheraBand to the side. We are going to use it again in a second, but we're going to come into a modified plank position. So that can be anywhere from a quadruped where you just feel the shoulder blades wide on the back. And from there, you can shift forward as much or as little as you'd like. We're going to feel the shoulder blades wide on the back. And we're just going to hold here and breathe. Let's take some breaths and feel the ribs expanding on our inhale. And exhale, keeping pushing the floor away. Feel pads of the fingers and palms pushing the floor away. Inhale, ribs expand. Exhale, release. Let's do one more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. And then from here, we're going to slowly lower our body down as quick as you'd like to try.